Welcome to VNT. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more breaking updates. The Western Pacific is once again a stage for great power rivalry, with the Philippines at its center. On October 25, 2025, the islands are transforming, new military bases are rising, old ones are being modernized. This is a direct response to China's assertive moves in the South China Sea and its ambitions toward Taiwan. The United States, long the region's security guarantor, is deepening its alliance with the Philippines, sending a clear message of deterrence. Geography makes the Philippines a frontline state, sitting between the South China Sea and the Luzon Strait near Taiwan. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has pivoted away from his predecessor's approach, embracing a revitalized U.S. partnership to defend Philippine sovereignty. Under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, U.S. access to Philippine bases has nearly doubled, and joint military exercises now simulate high-end conflict scenarios. Advanced American technology, from surveillance drones to missile systems, is flowing into the country. This military buildup is about more than defense. It's a test of regional order and the resilience of smaller nations under pressure from a rising superpower. The Philippines' new and upgraded bases are not just defensive, they're symbols of national resolve and alliance commitment. These moves are reshaping the Asian geopolitical chessboard, with consequences that will echo for years. The world is watching as the stakes rise in this critical region. The Philippines is no longer a passive bystander. It's an active player in a high-stakes rivalry. The coming years will reveal whether this new chapter brings stability or greater tension. Nowhere is the Philippines' strategic geography more vital than in Batanes, a remote island chain just over 120 miles from Taiwan. In September 2025, a new naval base opened in Mahato, Bataan Island, signaling Manila's intent to secure this critical choke point. Officially, the base serves multiple agencies, but its military significance is clear. It's a frontline outpost for monitoring the Luzon Strait. This strait is a key route for China's navy to access the Pacific, making Batanes a crucial vantage point. The U.S. has reinforced this strategy, deploying advanced missile systems and conducting joint exercises in the area. These moves aim to create a credible anti-access area denial capability, making the Luzon Strait a contested zone for any adversary. President Marcos Jr. has acknowledged that the Philippines cannot remain neutral in a Taiwan conflict. Geography makes involvement inevitable. The Batanes base is a prudent investment in national security, driven by unchangeable geography and rising regional tensions. It stands as a sentinel over a strait that could become a global flashpoint. The Philippines is preparing for the reality that any conflict over Taiwan will directly affect its own security. The base is both a shield and a warning to those who would threaten regional stability. Batanes is no longer a remote outpost. It's a critical node in the Indo-Pacific security architecture. The stakes for the region have never been higher. While Batanes guards the north, Palawan is the Philippines' western bastion, facing the contested South China Sea. Palawan is the launch point for resupply missions to the Second Thomas Shoal, a flashpoint in the dispute with China. In response to Chinese aggression, Manila and Washington are rapidly upgrading military facilities across Palawan. At Naval Detachment Oyster Bay, U.S.-funded projects support new patrol boats and unmanned surface vessels, giving the Philippines persistent surveillance over vast waters. The U.S. has provided advanced maritime drones, transforming the Navy's ability to monitor and defend its claims. On Balabac Island, plans include a pier for large warships and a new runway, extending operational reach deep into the South China Sea. Despite some funding delays, the intent is clear: create a resilient, distributed network of bases to sustain operations under pressure. In Quezon, another U.S.-funded repair facility will further strengthen logistics near contested waters. These upgrades are part of a comprehensive strategy to maintain a constant military presence and improve maritime awareness. Palawan is evolving from a quiet outpost into a hardened frontier, ready to withstand persistent Chinese pressure. The transformation is reshaping the balance of power in the South China Sea. The Philippines is determined to defend its maritime rights with new capabilities and stronger alliances. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA, is the backbone of the U.S.-Philippines military buildup. Signed in 2014, EDCA allows rotational U.S. forces and pre-positioned equipment at key Philippine bases. Under President Marcos Jr., EDCA has expanded from 5 to 9 sites, chosen for their strategic value near the South China Sea and Taiwan. The agreement accelerates the modernization of the Philippine military, with U.S. investment in runways, fuel depots, and barracks. It also enables rapid U.S. deployment in crises, reducing response times and logistical hurdles. Critics worry about sovereignty and entanglement, but Manila frames EDCA as essential for national defense and upholding international law. With China rejecting international rulings, the Philippines sees EDCA as a way to level the playing field. EDCA is now central to the country's strategy for security and deterrence. Hardware alone isn't enough. The U.S.-Philippines alliance is deepening through joint training and exercises. Over 500 joint military activities are planned for 2026, many in areas at the heart of regional tensions. Exercises now include complex multi-domain operations, from maritime interdiction to precision airstrikes. U.S. Navy SEALs are training Philippine Special Forces, while new technology like AI-powered drones is being shared. The alliance is expanding beyond the U.S., with the Philippines pursuing joint exercises with France, acquiring ships from Japan, and exploring drone production with Ukraine. This networked security approach aims to build a coalition for a free and open Indo-Pacific. The goal ensures the Philippines is not solely reliant on the U.S., but part of a broader web of deterrence. These partnerships send a clear message of resolve to any would-be aggressor. The Philippines is weaving itself into a regional security fabric stronger than ever before. The Philippines' defensive buildup is a direct response to China's campaign of pressure and intimidation. China's gray zone tactics, swarming disputed features, blocking ships, and using water cannons, aim to force Manila out of contested waters without open conflict. Instead, these actions have hardened Philippine resolve and pushed it closer to the U.S. and other partners. Chinese naval transits through Philippine waters are seen as challenges to sovereignty, prompting new laws to reassert control. Beijing's reaction to U.S.-Philippines cooperation is hostile, accusing Manila of stoking tensions. But it's China's own coercion that has driven this realignment. By disregarding international law, Beijing has strengthened the very alliances it seeks to undermine. The Philippines is responding with unity and a more robust defense posture. The expanded U.S. military presence in the Philippines is reshaping the Indo-Pacific's balance of power. For the Philippines, it means stronger defenses and a credible deterrent against coercion. For the U.S., these bases offer forward positions to project power and respond to crises, especially near Taiwan and the South China Sea. This posture complicates China's military planning and raises the cost of aggression, but it also increases the risk of miscalculation. The region is now a tense, heavily armed chessboard, where minor incidents could escalate rapidly. The Philippines has become a frontline state in a great power rivalry, its fate tied to the broader U.S.-China contest. The new bases are both a shield and a potential flashpoint. The future depends on careful crisis management and clear communication between rivals. The hope is that this web of deterrence will prevent conflict, but the risks are real and growing. The world is watching as the Philippines stands at the center of a gathering storm.